Okay, I am live. I'm live, and I feel like I've got some pretty good light, but this is even better light. So, uh, welcome, guys. Man, oh man, oh man, it's been a while, and you know, um, I apologize for that. I'm now letting the group know that I'm live. So, give me just a moment here, just a second. We are live right now, answering your questions. Join us. Okay. Guess I can't play any music. Hey, Mark. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm excited for you to get into the tribe. I saw your email earlier today. Um, yeah. So, hope everything's going okay with you. Um, yeah. So, yet again, I was sick last week. Um, I think I've determined what it is. Basically, I've got my dog, which a lot of you guys know by now. Um, and I'm actually allergic to them. I'm not sure if you knew that, but I've been taking my allergy pill, although I haven't taken the one today yet. So let's actually take it right now. Um, and the big thing is when you have a constant allergy to something, it can sort of work on your immune system. So I think that my immune system is a little weaker than it was before because I'm someone that used to get sick like once every 5 years. Allergy pill. I used to get sick once every 5 years, but yet I've been sick, and these aren't strong sicknesses. These are like mild sicknesses, but I still don't want to be like talking and stuff. Um, but I've been sick 4 times in 2022, so that's annoying. None of them again have been scary. I have not had COVID this year. Knock on wood. So it's not like it's that, but it's sort of an interesting experience. And yeah, I'm sure you are excited. Um, Last week, I'm not sure, Mark, what you were asking. I saw an email maybe an hour or two ago. I'm not sure if that's what you're asking about. Um, But for those of you that are watching now, and Mark, you can act here if you'd like, or you can email me right now and I'll probably see it. But for those of you that are watching us, as far as this replay or live right now, again, welcome. The format for this is, I tend to usually have a few questions that I show up prepared to ask, just to have the conversation flowing and going. But if any of you guys have any questions, feel free to ask, and I prioritize answering those questions instead of the questions down the. Oh, yeah, I saw that, Mark. I definitely saw that, and I already knew about it. I've been aware. Um, yeah. So for those of you that have any questions, feel free to ask, and I prioritize answering those even more quickly than the one that I'm prepared to answer going into this. And the thing is, right now I actually don't have any prepared questions, so I'm just gonna type up a few that I make up on the spot. I'm sure I can do that at this point. First question would be, um, how do you feel about taking a day off when you're running your business? Since I've been taking days off, I figured I'd ask that. And let's see, what's another one that comes up? Mark, if you can think any question, feel free to ask. Let's see, another question. Oh, are you getting back into the call center space anytime soon? And then the third question, which is sort of an exciting thing, is any anything fun to add? And actually, there is. So I'll do sort of a fun announcement, toward the end of the call today. So the first thing is okay, great, Mark. White labeling, I think it's a good move. Um, White labeling, I think it's a good move. We actually have, you know what? I'll talk to you about white labeling actually on this call as well. How does white labeling work? Could be another question. Um, oh, man, I don't really know how to block this out in a good way. All right, I'm gonna get that down. There we go. Get this down. Okay. All right. Great. Um, so I will explain white labeling in just a second, Mark. So the first question I'm going to answer, then I'll answer white labeling, is how do you feel about taking a day off when you're running your business? I feel just fine about taking a day off when I'm running my business. I think what a lot of people do when they're starting a company is they sort of sacrifice their health oftentimes to get things going. I think, uh, the entire purpose of starting a business for most people is to be able to really, um, in my the reason why I started a business, one, yes, in general, is to try to leverage some opportunity that I noticed. Right, you see a way in which there's like an exploit that makes sense. For instance, I'll explain for the call center that I'm going to be launching. Um, you know, uh, Sometimes it's just an opportunistic thing to get into a business because you can't not do it. But the entire reason why I've ever wanted to do a business in general is to have some level of additional freedom, freedom of time and freedom of potential income, so that through that income and money, I have more freedom in terms of options, in terms of how I'd like to live my life. So if I wasn't going after more in terms of options and freedom, then I would not care at all about businesses. And I think that would be the same for the majority of people that end up starting companies. Um, and so the point is, if you can't take a day off, why are you doing it? Right? If you can't have a sick day and tend to your health, why are you doing it? I think a lot of people, and frankly, this does apply to a lot of people that make businesses work. They get completely, they dive in, they neglect everything in service of the business, and I think for some of the billion-dollar ideas out there, like the Elon Musk of the world, sometimes at least for a period of time that is honestly, unfortunately, pretty necessary. But for the run of the mill business that you're trying to grow to, a few $1 million a year in revenue, it's not necessary to go absolutely insane and ham every single day. Being able to take a day off here and there, especially for your health, actually helps you in the long run, right? You're able to get some much needed rest. You're able to, get your mind right, get a mental rest, maybe do some recalibration, maybe reconsider some things, think about some big problem, vision, uh, you know, like it really is helpful to sometimes not be completely involved in the actual day-to-day work that you're doing, even in the starting stages. So I'm completely cool with taking a day off here and there when running a business. Now, Mark asked, basically, how does white labeling work? So, really quickly, and whoever's here, in addition to Mark, feel free to say hi. Let us know where you're from. Good to see you guys here. Um, Mark essentially asked about white labeling. So, white labeling, the way that typically works in general, what white labeling is the ability to um, if you're going to white label, like in general, even outside of this context, that means that you're selling a service that you're not personally fulfilling. okay, or a product or service that you're not personally fulfilling yourself, right? So, for instance, Costco has something called the Kirkland brand. They sell it, they make the money on it, they take the money for it. But Kirkland, even though it's like you only see it at Costco, and it's their brand, it's not their product. They were not the ones that manufactured the product that have the Kirkland label on them. What it is a white label. It's a generic brand. Just for instance, like I just took this allergy pill. This is some random white label allergy relief from Up and Up, which is Target's white label brand. So some random, lab somewhere manufactured these pills, and it's the exact same active ingredient as Zyrtec. Right, so we're all familiar with Zyrtec for allergy relief, and it's the same exact ingredient. It's probably the exact same manufacturing pill for the Up and Up brand for Target and Zyrtec for Zyrtec, whatever that company is. Um, so the manufacturer is some faceless person or company in the background, and then different brands are established that utilize it, that same product, and marketing to different segments of the market. And so the point is that if someone wants the white label in the purpose of the call center space, then what you can do is you get your website together, you do some marketing, you figure out a way to land clients, and of course, my course helps you figure those things out. Um, and once you land the client, rather than having to hire agents in house and having to pay for the phone system and certain other things, uh, you just pay a percentage or a certain flat rate to a white labeler, and that's a call center that's already established, able to handle the phone calls and stuff. Your clients don't need to know that it's not your agents. They're just paying you directly. So they might pay you like $200 for a 100-minute plan, and then maybe you're paying the white labeler $100 for 100 minutes. And so you collect that $100 in difference. You're charging 200, you're paying 100, so you collect that $100 in profit. So that's what white labeling enables you to do. It enables you to launch this business with less money. And so that's what Mark's going to do. Now, what he's asking is, excuse me, do they charge a setup fee per client? Um, you know what? I don't know actually. I'm not sure, but the thing is, Mark, I actually, with my new company, we do white labeling. I'll talk to you about it once you're in the tribe, and we do not charge a setup fee. So keep that in mind. And also, we do something called Net 7. Net 7 means that we invoice you, and then you have 7 days to pay the invoice. So let's say, you have a client that you charge on the first, we invoice you on the first, and then you'll charge your client on the first, and then we won't, have an invoice due until the 8th. So you can actually, wait for the money to hit your bank account from you charging your own client before you have to pay up. That way, you're always cash flow positive, and it's much easier to scale and grow that way, right? Um, you could month one, that'd be really crazy, but you could theoretically have $50,000 in invoices coming from us, but not have to pay any of those until after you charge your client. So, again, it's a very lenient way to be able to launch without much capital at all. You can seriously be white labeling and off the ground, running for just a few $100s on top of the course. So I think it's a really good option. I personally, if I were getting launched, I would probably do that. Um, Depending on how much money I had. If I had like $0, then I would 100% white label. And if I had a little bit of dollars, then I would probably do like an overseas situation. Okay. Mark, we're ready to white label now. So I guess the next question is, are you getting back into the call center space anytime soon? And the answer is yes. And also, we're already back in the call center space. So the cool thing, you know, that's one announcement. I am back in the call center game. One thing I realized with that, if I'm going to sit here and talk about call centers, I've already been doing it for 2.5 years in terms of, publicly. If I'm going to continue to talk about it, it's probably smart to be in the call center space, actually serving clients and operating. Because if I'm not doing that, if I spend the next 10 years talking about how to get in the call center space and I haven't operated a call center for 10 years, going to be tough to stay sharp, stay current. Know what's going on in terms of the industry, in terms of like what are best practices, and you just start to forget things. And that's not a great thing in terms of me wanting to coach and help people, like legitimately help people. And so we're back in the call center game. I used to have US based people. This time around, we actually have Zimbabwean, great English skills, great reliability. Um, and I'm extremely excited about it. And it will enable us to actually, be a bit more cost effective as well in terms of white labeling, which means that, people that decide to white label with us, you have the opportunity to make more money because, we'll be invoicing you less than Vicky would have. And, it just gives you more opportunity in terms of making more money. Now, again, some people worry about whether or not US based. I promise you, it's not a big deal. I used to think it was, but that's because I didn't know anything about anything. And the reality is that after I launched this course, we've got all these people, all these students of ours that are now running these businesses with non-US based talent, and they're doing great. They're growing. Some of the largest businesses from some of my tribe members, our tribe members, the students are running businesses with overseas based talent. There's a guy that went from zero to over 100 agents now in less than 3 years, and all of his people are based in the Dominican Republic. Now, one person is US based. So, cool stuff, and I'm very excited about that. We already launched, and we've got about 35 people full time. And in addition, I'm actually doing a call center with a different business partner. We're doing a call center for other course creators, such as myself. A lot of people that have courses, they don't have a phone number on their website or live chat. I still don't. I'm going to be adding it in the next few days as we finally launch Course Agents. But, it's very exciting, again, to be back in the call center space in a few different ways so that I can continue to offer you guys advice that's actionable and good. Okay. So, Mark, just to reiterate, we're ready to white label now. So the other thing, I typed this sort of on purpose, and this wasn't planned. I just thought about it now. In my sickness and realizing that I felt bad, honestly, for not doing this call the last few weeks. Um, and, like I'll be back next week and blah, blah, blah. I wanted a situation where, people that were interested, I would give them a good deal. Yeah, I keep saying, oh man, I'm never going to give another discount on this course again. It's going to be the biggest. And, I'm the only thing I can sort of really be certain about is that I'm going to continue to offer this program as Call Center Cash. And even, when I update it and upgrade it, I'm not going to charge the same student again. Right. So it's not going to be, oh, well, you paid for Call Center Cash 1.0. Now we've got Call Center Cash 2.0. So, that's a promise I'm going to adhere to. Very easy to stick to that. But in terms of whether the discount, frankly, you should be happy because I said I wasn't going to do a discount, and right now I'm doing it. So right now, if you take advantage during this week, you get 40% off the price of the program. Okay, so the link for that is callcentercash.com/join the tribe. I'm not going to send all kinds of emails about, although I will send at least probably one tomorrow. I sent one on Sunday saying it was just going to be for Sunday, but that turned out to be a lie. I'm doing it this week. So if you get in sometime this week, then you'll be all good. I really don't know the next time I'm going to offer a 40% off discount. I've kept a 20% off discount going for a little while just for the sake of it. And I haven't really publicized it too much. But as far as 40%, this is a real opportunity, so you better take advantage. I didn't think I would ever do it, but I spontaneously decided to. So if you're watching this and you caught it in time, congratulations. Bada bing, bada boom, 40% off, callcentercast.com/join the tribe. You'll be able to see that. And you also might hear my dog growling uh, because he likes to do that sometimes. But yeah, that's a lot of talking. My throat sort of hurts. I'm not completely done with my sickness here, but I'm feeling pretty good overall, and happy to be here. Any other questions from anyone? Any other questions here? Another thing too, you know, uh, one of the things that I've talked about here and there is how much bandwidth I have, right? And so I'm not going to have the same amount of bandwidth as I had before because I'm in the middle of launching two new companies. But in terms of bandwidth for answering questions, and frankly being a little bit of a mentor, especially for people that become students of the tribe, uh, right now still a really good time. I'm likely going to be running a really, really big webinar sometime this summer, and we're going to be bringing a lot of students in at that point. And when that happens, my bandwidth probably going to be sort of shot unless you're paying for a one-on-one with me. But so I can't give a promise as to when that's going to happen. But I can say it's going to be sometime this summer. We're doing a big webinar. Uh, and again, once we do it, I don't know how much time I'm going to have for one-on-one conversations and chatting and stuff. So, right now your timing's still good if you want to be able to get in and talk to me directly pretty much whenever you want. Honestly, the students have been pretty spoiled. There's a good amount of people at this point that become students and have been able to ask me questions whenever they want. And, they're not paying me anything for it, and they're getting to mentorship. And the reason why I'm doing it is because, again, people that are joining the tribe and trying to start a business so that they can have an impact, a positive impact on their life. It's my goal to help as many people as possible. Um, this was a dream for me, and um, I completely am. I feel like we're all in the fight. I feel like we're all sort of, trying to make our lives a little bit easier. We're all trying to have some type of vehicle or way to have control of our time in our lives, spend more time with our family, maybe be less stressed out, and you know, whatever I can do to help. I'm gonna try my best, but if I don't have the bandwidth, I just don't have the bandwidth. So right now, take advantage of me. You know, um, do what you can. So let's see, it's about 7 o'clock. I don't see anyone else asking any questions right now, but I'm going to be here next week. Um, it will be nice. And, I think it would be nice getting back into the swing of things, having a rhythm going, and for people to hop on, ask whatever questions they have. Every now and then we get some really nice, juicy convos going. So I'm excited for that. So for those of you that are watching this replay, make sure you're around next week. Uh, July 20th at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. I'll be on here. And we can chat. So again, I appreciate you guys being here, and I don't know. I'm gonna wait maybe 90 more seconds just in case there's any more questions that come in. Whoever's here, say hi. But yeah, if there aren't any questions in the next 90 seconds, I guess I'll see you guys next week. And then, also, again, 40% off callcentercast.com/join the tribe. I'm going to be adding a phone number to that website as well as live chat soon. So, keep on the lookout for that. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. We're going to do it big. We're going to do it big. um, okay, nothing yet. Okay. Well, thanks so much, guys, and have a good one, and I'll see you next week.